And welcome to the 2020 CFA International Top Cat Challenge, our virtual competition. I have to say, when the CFA delegates voted to allow us TICA judges to guest judge for CFA shows, this is not the scenario I envisioned, but what a pleasure it's been. I'd like to thank the Southwest region for inviting me. My name is Lorraine Shelton. I'm a provisional Aubrey Judge with the International Cat Association, and this is my first virtual show, and I'm so proud to participate. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Zymox, Felicity Lane makes wonderful cat accessories. Zymox, because every show cat has to have clean ears. And for those of us who are in the very beginning with the fanciers list in the 90s, will remember the fanciers breeder referral list. It's great to see them coming up on their 30th anniversary. I'd also like to thank, of course, the people behind the scenes who put on this wonderful show. Rhonda Avery has helped out so many clubs in the region in particular, in general. And when she stepped up to do this, we all knew that it was going to go fine. Thank you to Pat Jacoberger, Ira Zink, and Lorna Freemuth for doing all the hard work behind the scenes. And let's get on with the show. We're going to start with our beautiful kittens. What a fantastic class. My cut list was so long. There are so many that I couldn't include here that I wanted to. So here's the ones that made the top 15. Beautiful ragdoll female. I love that straight nose and rounded forehead. Beautiful symmetrical markings, and you can tell that coat texture is just what it needs to be. A substantial girl is my 15th best kitten. This Devon Rex boy, oh my goodness, those little ear tufts to accentuate the bell of the ear. You see those beautiful earlobes, the wide spaced eyes set off by those chiseled cheekbones. I love that blunted muzzle. Beautiful body on this cat, well coated, my 14th best kitten. I had beautiful Russian blues throughout this show in all categories. This little girl just struck my heart. I love her eye color, the placement of those ears. You can see the density of that coat by the breaking underneath her chin there. I love her refinement. She's just a gorgeous little smile, my 13th best kitten. Look at this little puffball, beautifully marked, just a spectacular amount of flash here. But it's the structure of that head that really made me fall in love. The width between those eyes, I like that broad nose with the open nares, those tiny little ears set at the side of the head. You can tell that body is short, the boning is substantial. This little girl is my 12th best kitten. A Berman. Oh, I don't see that many in my association, unfortunately. When I went down to Australia, I had a big class and it really made me appreciate this breed. I love the Roman nose that you can see in other shots, the placement of the ears, beautiful markings. You can tell that body just going to feel substantial if I had her in my hand. Love her boning, and of course, that beautiful rounded blue eye, my 11th best kitten. An American short hair, vividly marked. I love the contrast and the inky markings here. Look at the width of that head, beautiful expression. I like the size of the ears, beautiful body. You can tell that all-weather coat by the way that it's lined. I wish I could get my hands on that coat. Love that width of the muzzle. The American short hair is my 10th best kitten. A Somali boy. Oh, look at his color, just on fire. I love the flare of the ear, just working well with that head structure where there are no flat planes, just lots and lots of curves. Beautiful, large almond eyes, beautifully presented. Look at the sheen to that coat. Just spectacular. My 9th best kitten. And an elegant Siamese. The refinement of bone here, the length of leg, the length of body, and of course finished off by that long whippy tail. I love the placement of the ears, and look at those large almond eyes, how they intersect the middle of that ear, and the ears just flow from the line of that wedge. Beautiful, elegant neck, short, close line coat. Such an elegant Siamese. My 8th best kitten. An American bobtail. I loved the video of this kitten where you could really see the proportions of the body. In the American bobtail, I'm looking for a width of the muzzle. I like the shape of the eye, even at this young age. Placement of the ears just looks like fantastic body development for the age. My 7th best kitten. I had so many beautiful exotics. I was really tearing my hair out between them. But this girl was just spectacularly coated. I wanted to bury my hands in that coat. Those large, expressive, well-spaced eyes, beautiful ears, so small, set properly. I love how the break is centered right in the middle of that circle of her face, balanced on with the doming on top, with the broad jaw on the bottom. What a beautifully built girl, my 6th best kitten. My husband told me years ago that when you can't decide between 2 cats and you're going back and forth, it means you're going to final them both, and you should place them very close together. And sure enough, it was with these 2 exotics. I like the breadth of the nose leather here, the open nares, giving a sound confirmation to that brachycephalic head. I like the spacing of the eyes, perfectly round. Love the placement of the ears, and he also has a lovely coat. My 5th best kitten. There is a definition of cute in the world of science, and the word is neoteny, meaning the characteristics of a juvenile animal. This is a scientifically cute cat. Look at those well-capped ears, making the roundness of the head be so evident. The rounded eye, the short muzzle. You have a exaggerated stubbiness of the extremities in a juvenile animal, a shortness of the body, an oversized head for the body. This cat isn't just cute. She is the scientific definition of cute, and my 4th best kitten. Tonkinese. I love this breed so much, I wrote a book about them. In the Tonkinese, they use the word medium so many times in the standard. So I'm looking for a well-balanced cat where no one feature stands out in this cat. But with this kitten, there is one feature that stands out, and that's those amazing aqua eyes. Don't they just drill right into your heart? I like the placement of the ears, the bluntness of the muzzle, beautiful proportions to the body. Gorgeous. Tonkinese male is my 3rd best kitten. I just gasped when this kitten came up on my screen. Spots absolutely everywhere. Look at her wrist even has spots. Proper profile, that slightly concerned expression even at this young age. I like the elegance that she exudes, the placement of her ears, and those accentuated stripes, racing stripes on the side of her cheek. Looks to me like Mother Nature picked up a paintbrush and just went, ta-da! My 2nd best kitten. And I have to confess, I've seen this kitten before. I know who this kitten is, and I'll never forget the day that I met her. I walked into a show hall and walked past a judging ring, and she was posing in almost a perfect replica of this shot. I stopped in my tracks, my jaw dropped, and every Sphinx I handle from now on is compared to this exquisite example of the breed. Those lemon-shaped eyes set off by those chiseled cheekbones, the strikingly large ears, well set, and that kissing of the mirror development of the whisker pads that sets off and defines the muzzle of this breed. What an exquisite kitten that I am honored to declare my best kitten in show. Thank you so much for the honor of being able to evaluate these exquisite cats. We'll see you at the CFA International.